So what's so special about the P9? And is it really worthy of its title as Louis Vuitton's version of the Hermes Birkin? Today, I'm going to be sharing my full thoughts on this bag as I review the P9 Speedy 25 in this beautiful coffee bean color. I'll be going through all of the features, what fits, size comparisons, the pros and cons, and giving my overall thoughts, where I actually share that I don't think this bag is for everyone. So if we haven't met, my name is Jo, and I'm a lover of all luxury bags and beauty. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Okay, I am so excited to share more about this bag with you, but before we start, just a quick disclaimer. This bag is stupidly expensive and is not necessary. This is a splurge among splurge, and I just don't, again, want anyone to feel like as they're watching this video that they just need to go out and try to obtain one of these bags. I think that it is a beautiful piece, but spoiler alert, there are plenty of other beautiful bags that serve the same exact purpose. So I like to just kind of put this disclaimer out there before I start my videos, just to keep everyone grounded in reality that I do this for a living, and I've been able to save up from my time spent here as a content creator to splurge on this item for myself. And so I'm very appreciative of the opportunity that I have to be able to do these types of things, but this is not realistic. And this is not necessary for most watching out there, but I hope you do enjoy learning more about this really special bag. So let's do a quick history lesson specifically on the P9. So this is the brainchild of Pharrell Williams, who is the current menswear creator at Louis Vuitton. So this is his interpretation of the classic Speedy, which of course has been around since, I believe, the 1930s. And he named it the P9 based on a direct nod to the Pont Neuf, I believe it's called. I'm sorry, I probably butchered that. But that is a famous bridge in Paris. What makes these bags different from the classic Speedies is the fact that the entire bag is made out of what they call the Louis Vuitton butter soft leather. So it's actually calf skin that undergoes a double tanning process and a drum milling process that makes the leather really soft and supple. The interior of the bag is also lined in lambskin instead of the normal canvas type material that you see, again, in the classic versions of this bag. The monogram on the bag is also done in a silkscreen printing. Now on the coffee bean version, it is more in a distressed style, but in the colors, you'll see that it's a very sharp white. All right, so just a quick story time about my journey to get this bag. So it started out actually on January 18th. So I had just seen that this was released. I believe it was like the first week of January. And so I reached out to my SA and I said, hey, is there any chance I might be able to snag this coffee bean specifically in a 25? And she said, there's a wait list of 4 to 6 weeks. I can put you on the wait list. So exactly 1 month later, on February 18th, I received a text from my SA saying they are ready or willing to offer you the 25 in the coffee bean. She told me it's the last one they were going to make. I don't know if I actually believe that or not. So after the order was complete, she let me know that it would take another 3 to 6 months because these are custom made per order in Paris. So it would take a little bit of time. And sure enough, on March 10th, so a little over 3 weeks later, I received another text saying that my bag was out for delivery. Now, I will give a quick note that I was expecting and really looking forward to the unboxing experience. of the special white box with the white bag that I was seeing all over social media. I had even asked my SA before I purchased to say, hey, is it going to come with all of this special packaging? Because I didn't know if that was just an in-store purchase experience or if it also was online. And she assured me, no, all the bags that are P9s will come with the special white box and the white bag and all of those things. So you can imagine I was a little disappointed and frustrated when my bag came in the regular orange box with the blue ribbon. And I know it sounds a little dramatic, but at the same time, I was wanting the whole experience because this was a really expensive purchase. This is supposed to be the Birkin of the Louis Vuitton bags. And so I reached out to my SA and she was very gracious and very understanding and actually helped to ensure that I got mailed to me the correct box, the correct ribbon, and the correct white shopping bag. And that is what you see in my recent unboxing of this bag. So that isn't actually reality, but I was really happy to be able to get the actual box and everything that the bag should have come with. So let's talk about the features of this bag. First off, again, this is the 25 size, and this is in the coffee bean color. So I first just want to talk about the color. This bag, I can't describe it. It is a chameleon. That's the only way I can really describe the color. In some lights, I feel like in this light here, it looks almost like dark brown to the point of almost being black with like a gray undertone to it. But it's not. In certain light, it looks deep espresso brown, and you can kind of definitely see it in the trim of the handles and here in the luggage tag. You can see the brown there. In bright sunlight, it looks dark brown, but almost with a strong burgundy undertone to it. So I swear, it just depends on the light, but it really, in any color and any lighting, it looks like a very rich, dark color to it. Like all the other P9s, this bag does come with the key cloche as well as the luggage tag. It also comes with a lock. And then it comes with a large shoulder or crossbody strap. And so the other very notable accessory that comes with the bag is this pouch. It does have a key pouch ring that has a pretty long chain on it that can be attached. The interior also is the same lining as the interior of the bag. Now, this is a great size. It is definitely larger than the original key pouch, but it's smaller than the key pouch S, so it is kind of that middle ground. So when you open the bag, the first thing that you'll see is that it does come with a pillow to stuff the interior. And this is a pretty important thing because this thing it's butter. It is like not gonna hold its shape otherwise. So I am appreciative that they did put a pillow in as well. So the interior of the bag is an absolutely stunning lambskin. And on this coffee bean version, the interior is a like rich, light brown color. There is a zipper pocket right here that goes almost the entire way across the bag. And then of course there is the huge plaque that is on the interior of the bag. So every P9 has this plaque on the inside. They're different though. I don't exactly know what the PE stands for. So if anyone knows, you can let me know, but it is different. I've noticed in different bags, but the interior says the sun is shining on us, P. So I guess that is a Pharrell saying. So another Easter egg about these P9 bags is that they all have a stamp hidden underneath the tab here, and mine is a frog, as you can see. So the other thing that I don't believe is on the standard Speedy 25 is this large leather pull tab. And as you can see, it has this big hole right here. It's intended to actually fit right here on this thing. And if you don't have the lock on it, you can push it through and then put the lock over top of it so it actually effectively locks your bag. So the other thing I do want to note is that each of the P9s does come with a very specific and specially made dust bag. So for example, on the turquoise version of this bag, the Louis Vuitton leathering here that is sewn in is actually the same matching bright turquoise color. So it's not quite as noticeable on mine, but mine is dark brown instead of the classic black that you normally see. The interior of this one is like this really soft microfiber. It is so luxurious, and I do feel like it is beyond the normal dust bags that come with their normal bags. So here is how I am currently styling this bag. First, I have my bag strap that came with my Speedy 18. Again, my Speedy 18 was the customizable one, so I got to choose this strap. And I did have my Empreinte Speedy in mind when I purchased it, but I really do feel like this strap looks really good with this bag as well. I just think it brings out the gold accents perfectly. Likewise, I really like the gold accents in this little bag charm. Now, I stole this actually from my Amazon bag that is a similar color, but I just think it looks so good. It's simple, but again, it just pulls out that gold hardware. So the only other accessory I have on the bag is this adorable bag charm from Miu Miu. So I actually found this on Zenlux for a really good price, and it also has that like deep dark chocolate but like burgundy undertones to it, so it matches the bag perfectly. Now, I know that the P9 normally people dress it up and add a lot of other charms on it. I just like this simple look. I really do feel like in this colorway, this bag is meant to look more elegant and understated. But I do have some bag charms I could add. So I have this combination here, which actually I feel like is pretty perfect because I do have a little coffee mug here to go with the coffee bean theme. And I don't know, that's pretty cute too. I don't mind it as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So let's talk real quick about what fits, but not so much what fits, but more what I actually put into this bag. Because obviously this is going to fit a lot, and it is just your classic Speedy 25 size. So first off, I do have a base insert that I put in. Now, I know everyone is different about how they like their Speedies. Some really like the Speedy sag at the base. I do to a certain extent. This bag is though literally like, it's got nothing. Like you are going to just really have a time holding any structure to it. I don't really love the full-on sag, so I do prefer to have a base insert in here, also to protect the bottom of that delicate lamb skin. Speaking of which, the other thing that I use is actually this little insert here. So I was doing some research because I was very concerned about that plaque. I was worried that the items in my bag would scratch the plaque, and it is such a beautiful you know, piece of the bag. I didn't want anything to happen to it. I haven't found like a sticker or some sort of protection for it yet, but I was doing research online and someone had suggested just use a bag insert, but use one that is slightly smaller than the bag. And that way it will still have that kind of slouch to it, but you'll be able to protect the plaque inside. And so I ended up getting a Speedy 20 bag insert. So you guys know me, I don't carry a lot in my bags. I have shown in the past what I really fit in, and right now these are what I have. I have my Romy card holder. I have my key pouch S, that's my catch-all. I have actually a larger key pouch right now that has a number of lippies in here. And then I have my hand sanitizer, and I can just slide it into the bag like this. And as you can see, it lines up above the plaque, so it's not going to be able to have my other zipper items and SLGs scratch the plaque on the inside. But just because I don't have a lot of space in the insert, I can still stick things around it, right? Especially items that don't have sharp edges or, you know, anything I'd be concerned about. So I do have my glasses case, and I do stick that right here on the side. And so that's really all I need on a normal day. You can see how it still has a lot of that slouch because the insert isn't large enough to really make it hold a certain shape. Right, so let's talk about size comparisons, and this one's going to be pretty much as close as it gets, because right here we have a Speedy 25 in a dark brown empreinte. So they are very, very similar in many ways, but as any other crazy bag lover will tell you, these are actually really different too. So obviously they are the same size. And again, this is in an empreinte leather, and you can definitely see the difference. This leather, it has a pebbling to it. It is not soft and smooth in that way. It definitely has more of a hardy feel to it. The bag itself does have slouch, but it's like a different slouch. Like, I can't describe it. It's definitely not as soft and supple, but it is a nice leather. Also, the empreinte version does have feet on it, and it does have a structured base. So it definitely does have more structure than the P9 version. The empreinte version goes all the way down on the sides, which I think is a winning point for this bag, along with the feet. So in many ways, I think this one has better design features than the P9. I'm not gonna lie. I bought this bag pre-loved, and it did not come with the original strap. So I did have to get a different one, and I haven't decided if I want to wear it with the P9 yet, because I don't feel like the leather matches quite well, but it's an option that I have as well. Finally, the other very noticeable thing is that the empreinte version obviously comes in that classic canvas. If I'm 100% honest, I hate the feeling of this canvas. It's so rough, but it is very hardy, and it's definitely not as delicate as the P9 version. This one also has 2 additional slip pockets on this side, whereas the P9 does not have any pockets. Oh, also, this bag I got pre-loved, like I said, for, let's see, I think with all costs to include tariffs, taxes, shipping, all the things, authentication, this cost $1,400. So this one was what, almost 85% less than this one. So that's something to compare to, I would say. All right, and finally, the other comparison I want to do is this P9 ultra luxury bag next to this Amazon, I think it was $42 bag. Again, this isn't an exact comparison, but just to show you, there are plenty of options out there and that are just as beautiful. Like, I do think that this bag has Bottega vibes to it, but it's in a very similar kind of colorway that looks similar to the P9. It is a good size. It's obviously slimmer than the Louis Vuitton version, so it is not trying to be these bags, to be clear. But I actually like this. I like the size. I think it is a nice slim option. This is where I stole the bag charm from, this one here that I mentioned. I actually took it from this bag and I put it on this one, and I think it looks great. All right, now it's time for pros and cons. For pros, this really is luxurious. Like, when you feel this bag, when I opened it, my whole room smelled like leather for what felt like days. And it's still like, when I open the bag, it just smells so good. Like, this is luxurious. You can see it in the leather. You can see it in the details, like how everything lines up oh so perfectly. It is the colorway I was looking for. I do feel like mine specifically is going to be one that I can wear past the trend of the colors and the other things. I feel like this one is understated and very much my style. And I almost like how it is more understated than the classic monogram, which again, I just feel like adds a bit of a more quiet luxury feel to it. Obviously, it still has a monogram, but again, it's just understated. But what I like as well is, let's say trends change down the line and super structured bags are back. I can put a very structured bag insert in here. This bag will continue to be a classic. So I just think from a longevity standpoint, that's a huge pro for me. I do like this line. I do like the collection, and it is cool that this bag does feel a little more rare and special in many ways than, you know, some of the more commonly produced versions of the Speedy bag. Is that rational? No, not at all. But part of it is, again, I've talked about this before, a bag's worth, a bag's utility are two different things. Like, to me, this bag makes my heart flutter. It makes me happy. It brings me joy when I think about it. I get excited to use it. It's all of those things that I would put into the pro category. Now, of course, there are obvious cons. The biggest one is the price. This bag currently retails for $9,800. That's stupid. No bag is worth that much money. Is this bag fantastically made? Yes. Are the materials very high quality? 100%. But I know that I am not buying just those things. You are buying a brand, you're buying experience, you're buying the exclusivity piece. And so I'm fully well aware of that. And I would think the majority of the people and most logical people out there would say, hey, this isn't worth it. And that is a huge con, and I fully understand that, fully understand it. And I, as I said in my disclaimer, don't recommend this bag for the majority of people. I don't think it's necessary. Other cons to talk about, I do kind of wish it had 2 zippers. I don't know why they didn't go with 2 zippers on this one. I do really wish this one had feet. The interior, it is so delicate feeling. And while I intend to, you know, wear this bag to enjoy it, to not treat it like it is some fragile baby, I do wish that, I don't know, I want it to be lambskin, but then it's like, you got to take care of it and it's delicate, and I don't feel like I can just throw this bag around willy-nilly, right? Hence the reason I'm using the bag insert on the inside and all those types of things. So I guess the con is that it is so luxurious that it is a bit delicate. Same with the key pouch. I do wish that the interior of this key pouch wasn't lambskin, because I can't put keys in here. Like, I would feel weird putting keys into this key pouch and potentially scratching up this absolutely scrumptious leather on the inside. So I probably will use this for lippies that don't have sharp edges or other soft things. But to me, I'm like, man, this is a great size, but I'm not going to be able to use it for everything for that reason. So another con I would say is this strap. It is really stiff, and it is, again, not adjustable past the options here. So, I mean, there are a lot of holes for adjustment, but you can't make it into the short shoulder strap. So I have no use for this strap. So I do wish that the strap was created more like the current Speedy 25 bandolier, where there is that third centerpiece that is removable. Then you can put the 2 pieces together to make a short shoulder strap. Okay, so what are my overall thoughts on this bag? Okay, so this bag is an absolute dream. This bag is something, as a Louis Vuitton collector, as someone who loves and appreciates this brand, this is like the Birkin for me, and I absolutely adore it. I was so excited when I got the call. I just think that this is something I will keep in my collection for the long haul because it is such a special piece. But as I said, this bag, it's not necessary. It's not. And it is not something that is necessarily practical. And as I showed with the Empreinte version, you can find very similar bags, whether it's Louis Vuitton or the $42 one I found on Amazon. You can find similar types of bags that meet the same style, the same vibe, without going into the ludicrous pay range or price range that this bag entails. So overall, I would say if you are that like die-hard collector of bags, this is worth waiting for. I really do think that this is just something that is truly special from Louis Vuitton that I have not seen in my entire time shopping with this brand. But if you are someone who just likes pretty bags and you're looking for the experience of Louis Vuitton, but you're not like going in at that intensity, don't worry about it. You're not missing anything because the price point to get to this just isn't worth it. There are so many other, again, better options out there. So that wraps up this review. Thank you so much for watching and spending a little time with me today. As always, I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this bag? What do you think about the color that I chose, the size? What do you think about the P9 in general? And also, do you like the alternatives that I recommended? As always, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of this community. If you want to watch more of my content, including other bag reviews, I'll be sure to include a playlist here, and YouTube will also share their recommended video here. Otherwise, bye for now.